Just as little did she use the gift of infused science when she lost the divine child, at least not in order to find the place where he tarried, though this was possible to her in many other things. She did not then make use of the clear images of the divinity, also not at the foot of the cross, because the Lord restricted those visions and operations of her most holy soul which would have prevented sorrow. It was becoming that she should feel it and be left to the strength of her faith and hope alone. The joy occasioned by any of her visions or intelligences of the divinity, even if only abstractive, would naturally prevent pain unless God wrought a new miracle to unite pain with joy. It was not proper that God should work this miracle, since on the sorrows of the lady depended her merits, and the imitation of her divine Son was to be commensurate with the graces and excellences of the mother. Therefore she sought the child sorrowfully, as she herself says, in faith and lively hope, and the same virtues were also active in witnessing the passion and resurrection of her beloved Son. During those times she depended upon Catholic faith, which then became, as it were, restricted and confined to her as its mistress and foundress. 3 qualities or excellences must in particular be mentioned in speaking of the faith of the Most Holy Mary: its continuity, its intensity, and the intelligence with which it was exercised. The faith of Mary, as mentioned above, was suspended only during those times in which she enjoyed the clearness of the intuitive and the evidence of the abstractive visions of the divinity. Although only the Lord himself who dispensed them could know when she put into operation the one or the other kind of acts, yet the Most Holy Queen, in making use of the different kinds of spiritual activity, never allowed her understanding to remain idle for one instant of her life, and from the first moment of her conception she never lost sight of God. For when she suspended faith, it was because she was enjoying the clear vision of God through the highest kind of infused knowledge, and as soon as the Lord interrupted this clear vision, she renewed the memory of his presence by her faith. The interchange and succession of these acts produced in the mind of the Most Holy Mary an exquisite harmony, to which the Most High called the attention of the angels when he said in the 8th chapter of the Canticles, "Thou that dwellest in the gardens, the friends hearken, make me hear thy voice." In regard to the intensity or efficacy of the faith of this sovereign princess, it is certain that it exceeded that of the apostles, prophets, and saints taken together, and reached the highest degree possible in a creature. It not only exceeded the faith of all true believers, but she supplied the faith that was wanting in all those that have not believed, and she could, by her faith, enrich them all. Thus her faith remained firm, immovable, and constant, when the apostles in the hour of the Passion fell away, and if all the temptations, deceits, errors, and falsehoods of the world were joined together, they could not prevail or disturb the invincible faith of the Queen of Believers. She, its foundress and instructress, would overcome them all and issue forth victorious and triumphant. The intelligent love with which she explicitly believed all the divine truths cannot be expressed in words without misrepresenting its intensity. The Most Holy Mary knew all that she believed and believed all that she knew, for the infused theological knowledge of the credibility of faith's mysteries and the understanding of this credibility existed in the wisest Virgin Mother in the highest degree possible in a mere creature. Her knowledge was kept in a constant actuality, and by means of her memory, like that of an angel, she never forgot that which once she had learnt. This gift and faculty of the understanding she kept in constant operation in order to exercise her deep faith. Only at times, as already said, God suspended faith by other acts of the mind. Number 492 and 465. Except that she was not yet a comprehensor, nothing was wanting in regard to her intelligence of the matters of faith, and in regard to the clear knowledge of the divinity. In this regard, she held a position far above that of all the wayfarers, and she, by herself, constituted a class of such high degrees as cannot be attained by any other wayfarer to heaven.